users of Reddit. What is the worst thing your teacher has ever said in front of a class? 1. I had an art teacher that got caught drinking. Apparently someone from the previous period told on her. The vice principal came into our class and told her to come with him. We all heard her yell, "They drove me to drink," from the hallway. 2. The morning after parents' night, boy in the class was talking over the lesson for the 100th time that term and the teacher says, "Johnny, this is exactly what I was saying to your mum last night." The class burst into laughter. The teacher went red at the implication and Johnny didn't talk over the lesson anymore. 3. Worst thing and also best thing, history class. Kid punches the kid in front of him in the back of the head. Teacher sees this and says, "Now he's gonna punch you in the head and you're all gonna sit there and watch because there's nothing you can do about it." 4. New year, new teacher, and his introduction was, "If you are loud I will hit you with the chalk." We all thought it was very funny, but the next day we learned what doom was because he never missed. 5. Old guy history teacher told a student in my class to go home and slit his fat wrists. 7. At the start of class our teacher just sat in silence for 5 minutes. We waited for him to begin. He then said, "You have just wasted 5 minutes of your life. You will never get that time back." A bit harsh on a class of 9-year-olds. 8. My sister once had a teacher tell the class that they had to write a paper on a famous Egyptian. You know, like Socrates. My sister was given in school suspension for disrupting class with her laughter. She appealed it, and in the appeal meeting with our mom and the principal, the teacher insisted that Socrates was Egyptian. The suspension was cancelled. My sister didn't have to write the paper, and as far as I know that teacher is still working at the same school as a teacher. 9. I was in 5th grade and there were a few students who weren't getting great test scores. So during our lesson one day she calls out some of those students and basically paints a really morbid picture of what their future would supposedly be. She said they'd end up working at McDonald's for minimum wage, barely making enough to pay rent in a shitty apartment with no way to pay for food, electricity or anything else.